Good morning, folks. Coming to you live, Northern Ontario, Trapper's Cabin. A little afraid. Yeah, you heard that right, folks. Listen, I just got up. I'm piling in the coffee. This thing with the migration, the immigrants, the refugees, claiming, they want sanctuary here in Canada. My understanding is, as the news and as I'm communicating with people out there and reaching to my contacts, the consensus is this is happening in a lot of our countries. Okay? So I'm looking at it now, and I'm trying to analyze it, because that's what I do.
Please charge the battery.
And I should charge my battery. I'm piecing this together, folks, and I've already said in my other clips, and I've been saying it for a couple of years now, about the migration and immigration and implantation. Okay, or insertion. It's one of the reasons why I got out of Southern Ontario. We have been passively invaded for years. Okay, and I was afraid back then, and I became the crazy, eccentric, you're a nut job guy that everybody thought was crazy when I mentioned it. So I learned to, I won't say nothing. And I got my family out. Okay? If this is in fact the information that's coming in is true, folks, then I've been right all along. It's been a passive invasion, but it's about to get turned on high. Because I'm putting this information together, and I start getting news from other people that these people that keep showing up on the doorstep, sleeping on the front doors of your municipal offices, claiming refugee status, are implanted here by UN, and that they're UN troops being paid something like $2,200 or something. I don't know. There's numbers. People are actually using numbers. And we all know about the dates, right? Most of them are bullshit. Okay, so I'm sitting back and I'm still trying to analyze it. Okay, well, fuck. If this is in fact true, and you know what? There's what? Look at 9/11. Okay, folks, it's time for us to step back, because all of a sudden I'm sitting there and I'm watching another propaganda channel, news channel, government propaganda channel, news channel. And I'm looking at all these refugees and immigrants that they're portraying sitting on downtown Toronto, who they just moved all out. And by the way, other parts of the provinces and stuff like that, they're moving refugees out into other parts of our country from landing zones. So they'll land in Toronto and they're scooping them and they're flicking them out to Newfoundland and they're flicking them out to wherever. Okay? Then they're sitting there, get this, folks. They're sitting there on their news clips, their propaganda channels, depicting, showing pictures of these refugees who are supposed to be downright homeless and friggin' running from a country because now they're poor and destitute and got nothing, are all sitting there on our TV channels and news broadcasts holding cell phones. And they're all staring at them. So you know they got cell service. And they're probably got internet and data. And they just got here. That's a pretty good service provider. What country are they coming from that can get a channel that far out? It's coming together, folks. I think you're in trouble. So, those of you that want to save it, start figuring out about it, what you're going to do that, because I have a feeling we're at war and we've been invaded and nobody knows it yet. And they're about to flick the switch on these guys, and when they do, it'll be your neighbor coming over the fence to kill you. Okay? Because they're all over the place. And I'm not a racist, and I'm not, don't get me wrong, folks, but it was lost control a long time ago. Okay? Folks, I've been telling you to fix it. I've been standing my line a long time. All right? And I've been watching whatever comes over my fence, and the first one uninvited that does will be chicken feed. And I promise that. So do what you got to do, folks, but I'm telling you right now, this country's in trouble. I believe it now. You know, because if they're immigrants and refugees and they're poor and everyone's holding a cell phone and there's news coming across the world that they're everywhere. They're being implanted, folks. I don't know what's going on. I can't speculate that yet. But something is afoot, and I felt it for a long time. Please protect your families and do what's right for you. God bless.